Oh my God. This video has been a struggle for me. This is my umpteenth attempt to do this video. People have been asking me last night about this situation with the homeless money. The money that Jessica, or whatever her name is, donated. Cecil said a couple of days ago, or just before Christmas, that he was going to give away this money today. Well, he didn't get around to it, so we done it yesterday or whenever it was. Thing was, right, the person that donated the money, she would have been better off donating it to a homeless person herself. Why give it to Cecil so he gives it to a homeless person? It doesn't make any sense. So, you know, Cecil got himself into this situation where he now has to prove that he gave away the money. And in order to do that, he has to film it. Problem is, the person that he gave the money to doesn't want to be filmed. What does Cecil do? He puts the camera down to his side. We can't hear the audio properly, and we reveal the guy's identity, even though he doesn't want to be identified. You know, there's this thing about being good to the homeless by giving them money, but you counteract that by disrespecting them by revealing them on YouTube. It's, you know, and you know, when people started asking me about this, I says, how am I so... I'm going to have to flip and edit the video and flip and mask out the guy and go through each frame and mask out a square over his face. So I decided, fuck it, I'm going to distort the whole flipping video. You know? But that's what Cecil should have done in the first place. He was just too much in a hurry to put out this video. I'm a good person, I give money to a homeless person, even though it's... At the same time, he says this came from our viewer. I'll give him that. But anyway, this is the first video where he says he did do it.
Hey, High Street. I wanted to do this video, and if you look at the thumbnail, that's me handing the donations to a homeless guy who actually was in Vietnam War.
I will show the thumbnail in a second.
And he's literally walking with a grocery cart with all of his belongings in it. And he didn't want to be filmed.
But you decided you'd had to film him because otherwise your viewers or your critics wouldn't believe you. So what you going to do, Cecil? You see, Cecil, you wouldn't have got yourself into this situation in the first place if you didn't decide to try and set up an organisation for charity with the history you've got, because nobody trusts you, and you have to go beyond the beyond to fucking prove that you give away the money. A normal person wouldn't be caught up in this situation, but you seem to catch yourself into these situations a lot.
And he's here to get his ID because somebody took his ID. He's in line back here with the blue hat on. So, just to show you guys that I actually gave it to a homeless guy, I took a picture of me handing it over to him.
I think
just an older guy who was in Vietnam.
I looked at the other video and I think the coat sort of matches. I'm nearly sure. You know, but Cecil has to go to all this effort to try and prove that the money went. You know, he's an untrustworthy person, so he has to go that extra mile to prove that he gave away the money. You know, the person that donated the money should have just given it to a homeless charity or something. You know, You know, because you giving your money to a homeless person's, why send it to another guy to give out money? He wanted to make a video. The thing is, he couldn't really openly make a video. He'd done it in the past. He wants to get recognition on YouTube as being a nice person and stuff like that, and we know the history.
It's the first homeless person I've been able to find since I got the money. So I felt like it was meant for him. And he tried to tell me to keep the money. He's like, I need it more than he does. I said no.
I'm not going to say anything.
Well, I wouldn't be able to spend this money even if I wanted to. And he started crying, saying that he fought the Vietnam War and he struggles. And he said the police took his ID.
I'm nearly sure you got that wrong. I think he said Iraq War by the audio in the next video, but you know.
So he's here to get an ID. So by the time I upload this video, I will already be gone from this location.
But you're still paranoid that people are following you around, Cecil. Cecil, you wouldn't have got yourself in this situation if you weren't a city booker on YouTube.
But I just wanted y'all to know that it went to a good cause. It went to a homeless vet who served in the Vietnam War, who has PTSD.
Cecil, what have you been taking? Right, I'm going to say allegedly. Are you under the influence of something, or have you got some sort of cold or flu or something? You don't sound well, you don't look well, your eyes are a bit kind of funny and that. Have you been sick, or have you been doing other things? Let's just say.
So thank you, Jen. Unfortunately, we can't film everything, you know, and that's not what it's about. It's about helping each other.
Right, we're going into this next video now. All you're going to see is shadows because I was not comfortable copying this video. But you give me an indication of what he was doing. He had the phone down his side, and he was secretly filming. Unfortunately, the audio wasn't the best. I boosted it up the best I could.
Oh wow.
Right, there is Cecil. This guy is over here. You can see his hand, and over here is a shopping trolley. I had to distort this as much as I could to conceal this guy's identity. But Cecil didn't do that. He was in too much of a hurry to fucking put out a video when the guy says he didn't want to be filmed. You know? And Cecil went and done it anyway. He didn't put the camera in front of his face. He just done it sneakily. You know, and the guy wasn't aware that he was being filmed. I'm not comfortable showing that.
I've been for 9. So, where did you serve? Where? Iraq.
He said Iraq, not Vietnam, Cecil. Oh my God. He doesn't get information right, does he, before he opens his gob?
But it's hard to sleep, huh?
There's other audio that's near Cecil. There's a woman talking, and what happens is the higher volume sound gets picked up, when the higher volume sound gets picked up, the background audio is reduced, and that's what's happening here. The audio of the woman talking is what's being picked up more than Cecil and the guy talking. You know? So that's why the audio is very difficult to understand.
You're a strong guy, man.
You're right. I hope that money can help you out today, you know?
I hope that money can help you out today.
That's your Christmas from my supporter.
But I'm going to be bold.
Yeah.
It's just a pity that the women that are talking, that are a higher pitch, has been picked up on the camera more than Cecil and this other guy talking, which is a lower tone. And the audio on the phone, what it does is it picks up the higher frequencies and suppresses the lower ones. That's why it's difficult to hear.
Oh yeah. I remember going to Paris Kitchen when I was a kid with my homeless uncle Ernie Walker. You know Ernie? Oh. He used to collect cans and he would give cigarette credit. That's my uncle.
That man made money. Well,
I made it with him. I was that little boy walking around with him all over town. I'm little Cecil.
oh no, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was me. Ernie Walker. Yeah. Yeah, he died of cancer. He died of cancer about almost 20 years ago. Yeah.
Been that long?
It's been that long?
Yeah. Done by you.
Yeah. Yeah, he had the story, didn't he? Yeah, he was a good character.
It seems like they're having a conversation about some guy, which is Cecil's uncle, and this guy seems to know him or whatever. And did he collect cans for cigarette credit or something like that? Something to that effect. He's having a conversation with him. But, you know, it's just filming somebody like that secretly who doesn't want to be filmed. That's just, it doesn't sit right with me, if you know what I mean. And, you know, I understand that Cecil has to prove that he gave away the money and that, but I just don't believe that this was the right way to do it, you know what I mean? And then he's going to turn around and say, I can't do anything right by you people or whatever. But when you want to do something like this, you need to plan it before you execute the action, if you know what I mean. You wanted to do this blankets for the homeless and stuff without proper planning, without proper proving that you give away the money is one of the things, and it's a big thing with Cecil, because Cecil has been known to be pretty dodgy with money in the past. So he felt he had no other choice only to film this guy, but it still doesn't sit right with me because he doesn't want to be filmed. You know, I don't know, but you know, at the same time, he's having an interaction with this guy who has a shopping trolley with all his earthly belongings in it, you know. And that in itself, having a conversation with somebody like that, is a humbling experience. I mean, like, I briefly had to go into homeless accommodation when I had to flee from my house, and I was surrounded by people that, you know, had drug addictions and alcohol abuse, and people had just been out of prison. It was a flipping whole different world for me, you know. And I didn't want to be there, but I says, right, I am here. What can I learn in life from this? And I learned a lot. I wouldn't want to go back into that situation again. But I came out of that situation not saying that was a horrible time in my life. I came out with the mentality of I had to go through this to learn some things in life. You know, and it improved my life, it improved my way of thinking and stuff like that, you know. But then again, Cecil has a long way to go.
Alright, brother. I appreciate you. What's your name?
Kevin.
Kevin?
Yep.
Nice to meet you again, Kevin. I see. Yeah. So all you have is a copy of it. You got an appointment?
No, just no.
So you're here for the walk-in?
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
Right, that's basically it. But that's basically it. Yeah, it's just a viewer last night commented, and they were pretty pissed off that the guy was disrespected in the fact that he didn't want to be filmed, and he was secretly filmed, and he was put out publicly on YouTube. You know, he could have edited a square. I wasn't going to go through the fucking. I wasn't going to go through hours of editing when it's Cecil's video. So I decided I'm going to just distort the whole video. You know, but he could have put a blur over the guy's face or whatever. But the fact that he filmed him in the first place when he was told, you know, was asked not to film him and that. You see, Cecil still, you know, at the same time he said that this is from one of his viewers and that, but he still wanted to have some of that recognition himself. You know, it's just he needs to learn a little bit more, a lot more about respect. You know, when somebody asks you not to film them, you should not film them. You know. That's about it, really. He did put out a video about gun safety, and I seen that there's a big lump in his head. I'm putting two and two together. He's recently been at the skating ring again, and I reckon he clobbered the wall. He clobbered the wall, and I reckon he hit it fucking hard. If I can bring up the fucking, I'll bring up the picture. Hold on a second. I'll come out of this. Oh, here we go. No, I haven't got. Well, hold on a second. Oh, there we go. Can I can't move this flipping window. But you see that there? He hit hard. He hit really hard. So I hope you get better soon. Boy, that hurt. Look at it. You see that dent or that big flipping lump right there? That's gotta hurt. And I'm just putting two and two together because he put out a number of videos before he put out this video about gun safety, which I got this still shot from, and he was at the skating ring again, and I reckon he clobbered the wall really hard. So get better soon, Cecil.